Greetings and welcome to Eating Healthy with Dr. Bizal. That's me. And our goal in this series is to help make you as healthy as possible, as simply and as easy as possible as well. So today we're going to start with one of the very basics, and that's watermelon juice. So let me tell you a little bit about watermelon. Number one, how do you choose your watermelon? When you're in the store taking a look and you see that bunch of watermelons, grab one, pick it up, thump it. If you hear a nice hollow sound, there's a very good chance that you got a good melon and it's full of juice and it's ripe. So, what else should you need to know about melon and why it's so valuable is, from a nutritional standpoint, there's four things. Number one is very high in vitamin A, very high in vitamin C, very, very good for the body. Also, the two minerals is very high in are potassium and magnesium. The significance of that is that both magnesium and potassium are what we call acid buffering minerals. They help keep your body alkaline. And with all the chronic degenerative disease, that's very, very important these days. So, having said that, what's the next step? How do we go about juicing the watermelon? So, what do we need? We have our watermelon. We have our ripe watermelon. We need a cutting board. We need a sharp kitchen knife big enough to do the job. We need a juicer that has a catch basin to it. We also need a collection device to collect the juice. And then after we collect it, we need something that we can drink it out of. So, having said that, let me give you one of the little secret trick to the trades to make your life easy doing this. When you're doing the juicing process, if you take your catch basin and you line it with a piece of plastic, like so. See, even us seasoned veterans fumble around on occasion. But again, my goal through this is to make your life not just healthy, but make it simple in the process. If you line your catch basin with a plastic liner like this, you'll save yourself time and you won't have to clean that up. So, if we put that there like that, now let's get back to the duty at hand. Easiest way to get started with this is take your watermelon, and what I like to do is I like to cut it in half. And the sharper the knife is, the easier this task is going to be. So if we take a look at this melon, looks fine. Now when I say watermelon juice, usually the first thing that comes to mind is the red part of the watermelon. Here's another nutritional fact. Research is showing that the red meat in watermelon has a higher concentration of lycopene, which is an antioxidant that they're talking about is good for dealing with free radicals and preventing and reversing things like cancer, heart disease, diabetes. It has more lycopene than a tomato does. So, another important nutritional fact. But when we talk about juicing watermelon, or when I talk about juicing watermelon, I'm not just talking about juicing the red meat, the part that we're accustomed to eating all the time. I'm also talking about, I'm going to juice the whole melon. I'm going to juice the rind as well. Now, why would I do that? Most people are not aware that the highest concentration of nutrients and some of the critical nutrients are actually in the outside, or the husk or the shell that protects whatever the fruit or the vegetable is that we're eating. And whenever you see green like this, what you know is there's chlorophyll. And the nice thing about chlorophyll is chlorophyll acts as an antibacterial and antifungal in the body. So nature's done a very good job of giving us all kinds of healthy things to build our immune system and keep us healthy. Now that we have this watermelon cut in half, if I was just going to make a drink for one, what I would do is with a watermelon this size, I would take about an inch of it. Unfortunately, my knife is sharp, and I'd get started. And what I would do is I would just slice. You heard of Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire? Well, this is a ring of watermelon right here. I'm going to put it down, and then all I need to make sure that I do is that I slice this watermelon so it's the right size to be able to go in to the neck feed on the juicer. Now I'm slicing this a little bit smaller than what this juicer would take, and one of the reasons being is you may have a juicer that's a little bit shorter in the neck size. So this is what the watermelon looks like right now. Next step is make sure that our equipment is set up, make sure that it's clean, make sure that it's all the moving parts are snapped into place, make sure that your catch basin has a catch plastic in there to save yourself time on the cleaning. Make sure you have a good collection device. Now this collection device here happens to be customized with this specific type of juicer. But you can actually use a 16-ounce tumbler or another kind of a glass. So now that we have that into place, we have the machine plugged in safely. And for parents that have an interest in wanting their kids involved in juicing, what I'd like to recommend is the best way to get your children involved in healthy eating isn't to preach and lecture to them about healthy eating, it's just to have them experience the fun of juicing. But when they're young, because we're using knife and we're using equipment, I always tell parents it's your responsibility to take care of this valuable cargo, so you must oversee anything and never let the children play with anything that would cause them any harm. We're ready to go. We have our juicer set up in a good position. We have it plugged in. We have our watermelon diced and ready to go. So let's get started. Step number 1, turn the juicer on. Step number 2, grab your piece of watermelon. Step number 3, open the lid. Step number 4, drop it in. And what I would recommend you do is you follow it right away with the stomper part here. And what it does, it takes and grinds the watermelon, both the green and the red. It shoots the juice part into this catch basin here, and then it takes the pulp and it ejects it out the back end of the machine. So it just gets to be a very easy and straightforward process. Okay, juicer, don't fail me now. And there's something about juicing, there's something about watching that juicer take and shred this all up that what you would find will fascinate your children. It's actually very easy to get your kids in the habit of drinking juices. Now that we've done that, flip the machine off. Wait until it stops all the way. Now there's probably a little bit of juice that's still in here. So if you want to get optimal, take and tilt your juicer forward a little bit and any dribbles will continue to come out. Now we have delicious, nutritious watermelon delight drink. Delicious. Now that we've made this delicious juice, let's finish this thing off. What's the easiest and quickest way to clean all this up? Number 1, now that we've got the watermelon cut open, I'm going to give you a little secret trick of the trade so that your watermelon doesn't drip all over your kitchen. If you've ever chopped open a watermelon, even if you wrap it in cellophane and you stick it in the refrigerator, it has a tendency to drip, and it'll drip on things that are in the refrigerator. So one of the easiest way to do is just take like a soup bowl kind of a thing, or a bowl that's big enough just to let your watermelon set in. And actually I have 2 here. This way the watermelon won't drip all over everything. And then if you have some freezer wrap or some kitchen wrap, now, your melons are ready and safe to go in your refrigerator. Again, remember that little trick of the trade we did from a collection standpoint? What we have now is all the juicy pulp from the watermelon. We can take this, wrap it up, dump it in the garbage. This is clean. Now all we need to do is clean up this juicer. Let it drip dry, and you're ready to go. And remember, wellness is not for wimps.